In this video, I'll show you some tips on how to reduce milling time in SRP Player. SRP Player does a great job in simplifying the CAM process, but once users have a few jobs under their belt, they might want to start exploring the toolpath editing options, and reducing milling time is one of the comments that I often hear. So to get started, I have a profile flange here. This is a flange for an inflatable rescue craft here, and I have it set up in a block. And we're really going to go through some of my toolpath editing options that I use to make this file run pretty efficiently. So if you jump down to step 4, you can see we're just over 2 hours from start to finish with this job. Showing the preview, we can see within this time I was able to review all the detailed cutouts on the flange here, as well as the gasket track on the bottom here. So pretty good detail considering the time allotted for this job. Let's go ahead and jump right into the toolpath, and I'll show you how I set this one up. Alright, so this one is really staged as a prototype part, so I'm using Roland's mill foam, or chemical wood as the program refers to it. I will go to the Edit Toolpath options. If you missed that, it is next to the Create Toolpath option where we create our toolpaths. We can select Edit to open these up and modify a given toolpath. So to get started, I'll do a quick walkthrough of the toolpaths I used, and then we can dig a little deeper into each one and how I set those up. Starting off with the roughing passes, you can see I started off milling top and bottom on this material, but I have pretty large step downs in these toolpaths here. So you can see them in the strategy rendering here. So if you open them up and take a look at the cutting parameters, you can see I have redefined some of these details, specifically the cut-in amount, and that's how deep it will be going per pass. Additionally, I also changed the finishing margin to 0. So this is a roughing pass, and typically it will leave some margin on there for the finishing pass to come back and remove. Well, in this scenario, I'm treating my roughing as both the roughing and finishing pass on many of the features of this model. So with this at 0, when the machine comes to rough out the model, most of the features that we are dealing with on this pass will be right to the surface of the model, is what I was looking for here. Just like our first roughing pass, I did the same thing. I increased our cut-in amount and reduced that finishing margin to 0. Again, so this will alleviate the need to come back for a finishing pass on all of the features here. Note that I did use a finishing pass for 2 different features of the model. Earlier on, I pointed out the details of the flange screw holes as well as the gasket track. Well, to reduce milling time, because I used a 16th square on this section, I actually reduced the depth just to the area of the model where I'm looking to reveal those features. Now by default, this would mill about half of the block and would add considerable time to our process. Yet by modifying these the toolpath depth rather, I'm able to reduce that milling time yet still get the features out of the model that I was looking for. That's basically the only thing I modified on this toolpath. Alright, on the other toolpath, I did the same thing, same concept on the top side. So again, I went into our depth here and just defined the area in which I want to use that 16th tool. Furthermore, if you jump to the partial tab up here, for the cutting area, I reduced that just around the flange. Whereas I'm only looking to reveal the fine detail in this section, I don't need to invest the time in milling all around the entire workpiece. Lastly, notice we have a number of holes drilled around the flange. To speed up this process, instead of having the machine perform a roughing or finishing throughout the entirety of this section, I simply went in and created a new strategy to drill a hole, and that can be accessed right here under New Process. So anyways, if we open this up, you look at hole location, you can see I've manually defined about 12 different holes around the perimeter of this object, targeting those holes within that STL model. If we jump to the depth, you can see that similar to the finishing passes, I define this to start at the top of the surface and end at the bottom. Again, this is just going to save milling time in not addressing areas where there isn't anything that I want to reveal. So all in all, this came together pretty simple to set up, but I've reduced the mill time significantly on this one. So hopefully using some of these features that I've showed you here will give you enough to start exploring the toolpath editing tab on your own, and hopefully simplify some of the milling jobs you're running and reduce some milling time.